Hallo, en nu has je het al gehoord het ceist mìneachaidh. That is the explain question. Has je fein sia comharran airson ceist seo an sa dheachtain agus bisine gobar the seo gematric skas hafis agam gumi scholar in a gra gobalad urrainn strílish. They sometimes find that this is a question they struggle a bit with just because of the little bits and bobs that the SQA really want you to have in order for you to get each mark. Gus a fáú chóla comharran. Ach héit sin hara sé aniu agus ha mi nóchas go bhí seo nachchuideach le chéibh. An toiseach toisich sin leis instructor nus chanéal seo coloch bhí can ceist evaluate the usefulness of the new ceist naich comharran in aiste chanéal structurir an an dúgáid a cha an an dóhéile. I cheadfút a bhís mis an chonig gra sé cuirear peink an toiseach agus an nuair sin seo arú ga an bhís is cutramiche. Mar a hel siú dearú seo, mar a hel siú a ciall gach peink an ísú bhí sé ceist chan náisiú comharran. You will not get a mark. Gwyda dúideach a bhain de dheachtarí bhia sullar cearst féading is scríbeh ach mar a hel seo acu chan náisiú comharran. Okay, in arút because has sin scríbe seo sa bhearla because agus ha sin a tortgain column in nuair sin céthe a dheanú mìneachaidh. The actual explanation. Agus féime sin na céthe rúdana sin a bhí agin ar sin a chula sentence ar sin na sia comharran agin ein. Agus híisiú an sin a gibón ha mí ar a chula cáil a chuair cónlaach agus ha mí nóchas go bhfuil sin sullar. Nus fiacha sin iad ceist ar agart cónlaach va his seo as a dheachan in nuri. Explain the reasons why rationing was introduced during the Great War. Ha mi seo heich ar sgas va ganir hígéine gra groad charwad búlach ceideoch mar a rucrichiad a chéiste seo a cha mi nóchas inas gotáise sinnéad gymia a fás salargaibh. Nus fágan í chéist ag i bhúlach agus atas di gopad idir fragart fydd eisiau di cwad ydy chéist ys hi eisiau na rwyd yna mi ciolwch eich na rhaid mi gra ciol dys y chéist. Sio sy'n ydy yn ysma. De y game is do. Point 1, link to the question because explanation. Smursion, nation. Food shortages caused by the German U-boat campaign. Ja, ciol dys y chéist. Nes bydyn i fein nog des yn y ciolwch eich. Ha díbach a sealding go bhfuil a tiicse go bhfuil a níosrach a haiclaachcaich a bunting dis a chuspar so that the information that you're giving isn't just very general but that it's very specific to the question you've been asked. Agus cymryd out Gianni sin ha ferist. Ha mi gealding eif gala ferist. Clacht na fachglin a hans a chéist. Mar seo ha se fécin giad a chéist. Explain the reasons why rationing was introduced during the Great War. Agus ha misisiir ra an áruige was a reason why rationing was introduced during the Great War. Is ha sé dul dhéanú sin as a chula fréigart, a chula sentence acu as a chéiste seo. 3, because ha sin feirist agus an nuair sin ar mìneachaidh ar explanation. When much needed supplies were sunk to the bottom of the sea, many Scottish people struggled to feed their families well, and rationing allowed them to get enough food to live on. Nes híise cuideoch ar ó duile dhéime sin cainneach sé inad alabanoch a seo. Bhí sin bríine a seo go matric. Féime sin bhí Jenny caiideoch go bhfuil na héisimplar an agin a sin clachcaich a bunting dis na halabe. Agus híise go bhfuil mi many Scottish people ag ra as an teich seo. Is a sin cearst go leor. Chofat go Jenny ciall a chorigin ha sin cearst go leor. Sin acu chomharran, that's 1 mark. Edíist, de dhéimistú, peink, ciall dys a chéist. Because, mìneachaidh, explanation. Concern about malnutrition, seo sin edíist, was a reason why rationing was introduced during the Great War. Because the government was concerned if they didn't act, many people would starve, and rationing allowed Scottish people to eat well enough to avoid poor health. Sin sin ríist brí mé gin halapa agus sin mìneachaidh gur sonna bha ar peink bud a chuisne gin toiseach gur sonna bha sin cealda sé ceist. 3. A fear that only rich people could afford food was a reason. In the Yoga was another reason, was another reason why rationing was introduced during the Great War, because if prices continued to rise, then the poorest in Scottish society would go without, and rationing meant that everyone got what they needed to survive on, and the amount of food they had didn't decide if they could eat or not. I mean, nochas go bhfuil seo fas na sailarigaibh. Painc céthe in na structure. A shortage of Scottish agricultural workers due to war recruitment, sin na saitidin na bailíocha hapost, was a reason why rationing was introduced during the Great War, because there was not enough manpower to produce the amount of food needed to keep the country going, and rationing meant the food that was produced could be shared fairly amongst the Scottish population. Oh, there tachar to show. As sin táiseach leis a bhíneachaí as a bharsta seo, chu sin really go dtithe. Giving priority to providing food for soldiers at the front was a reason why rationing was introduced during the Great War, because it meant there were food shortages at home in Scotland, and rationing meant that food could be fairly distributed between the people at home and the armed forces who were needed at full strength in order to try and win the war. As a sin gartóirt chaniadach. Concerns about British food stocks caused by the failure of crops such as wheat and potatoes was a reason why rationing was introduced during the Great War, because these were staples in the Scottish diet, and without these it was difficult for families to feed their families well, which meant rationing was needed to ensure that all citizens had access to food, because it was so difficult to top up food stocks from other sources. As sin in iad bh rud fata, ha mi ceintach go dhéanamh siúise jobba torna sead éiad sin a dhéireach is a dhéanamh siimplí ach ha sin a tuairt gaibh éisimplar dhéanamh seoirse rud a bhí sinne is súlachaigh bhuamh ans a chéiste seo. Nise, Eurodile. Urrainn had duine is trí, hit mé as chéim. Had de strí leis a feinke seo peink I céthe a bhín far bhfuil mí fiachan dí mìneachaidh a dhéanamh. Urrainn chaneal scoláireann bualach a mìneachaidh a chineal a hetar a feinceachcha agus a chéist. Mar sin, bí mé urrainn an mollaigh ma háisiú strí, chud is mí gine ha ceart go leor deoch caim leis na céad céimeann, ach ma háisiú strí fiach seo. Peink, link to the question, ceal is chéist, because mìneachaidh, explanation, han céir rútan sin a fidach an nérút. Is chanégal mí feinach ar a bhúta gine bharach go dhéanú a cha mí tíadach a cantin raibh brí sias a bualach gus bhfuil a bualach na slugge. Bhí siú gra nuair sin which meant agus further explanation. Seo mar a dhéanamh mí sin leis a feince sin díadach a brí mé. Concern about malnutrition was a reason why rationing was introduced during the Great War, because the government was concerned if they didn't act, many people would starve. Leis chabhíh sin stoch bualach go leor is mar sin chríneasteach, which meant rationing allowed Scottish people to eat well enough to avoid poor health. So mar sin ha siú fécinn ha mar an bíoh ha da seirse fachgalach listeach seo da aberst, because agus which meant is ma chainig is siú ar a sin bachód go tuair sin orst a bhí scríbeh na dhémas tú scríbeh son na comharran a sin ein. Ach, ag tíad go bá go fatscail na céir rúta na seo agad, peink, ag an toiseach, ceal is chéist, because mìneachaidh bachód go mí sí ceart go leor. Mar is ábhast go tuig an céisian sa bí hacu post Teams.